How's it going, everyone? Today's quick video, hopefully I'll make it pretty quick. I want to go over some cheap alternatives for supplements. Now, I'm not the biggest supplement guy. To date, I take protein powder for convenience. I take creatine for weightlifting. I take a pre-workout, and I take a multivitamin. Now, supplements are what the name implies, supplementation in addition to a healthy diet. It should not be you shouldn't be eating, consuming 7 protein shakes. I remember seeing a video of, I think it was a Scooby or whatever. I'm not trying to hate on him, but he had a video on, for busy students and healthy people, cheap alternatives, and he ate like recommended 6 protein shakes a day. I think that's just a waste of money. You want to get some real food. But with that being said, supplements can help as long as they're not your main source of consumption for your diet. So let's just start off with some cheap alternatives, because they can add up with money and you want to use your money wisely. So for protein powder, like I stated in the past, it's not necessary, but it is faster digesting than other proteins. Not all proteins are absorbed equally. So I do take protein powder. So any cheap protein powder, if you want to get one, is fine. But more specifically, there's a protein called casein protein, and a casein protein is a slow-released protein. And a lot of people, especially bodybuilders, and wanting to minimize the muscle loss and their gains, especially during sleep when they're not doing anything but sleeping. They want to minimize the muscle gain, so they do a slow release protein, and they take the casein protein. And these casein proteins can I don't know the exact cost, but they can add up. But a cheap alternative, if you're into the casein protein and you want to maximize your lean muscle, this applies to males and females, and that is, instead of buying the casein protein, which, a couple of pound tub for 20-30 bucks, whatever, you can just get some cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is I don't like it. I just don't like the taste of it, but it is good for you. It's decent protein, decent macros, lower in carbon, and actually is a slower release. So that's a good healthy healthy alternative too, and also a cheaper alternative. The second one is the pre-workouts. Now, pre-workouts can get quite expensive. I mean, they are a little bit cheaper nowadays. When they first came out, and when there weren't as many out there, like one of the first ones was Jacked 3D or Jacked whatever in Texas. Now there are cheaper ones out there, but there are some very expensive ones. I take Muscle Pharma Salt, got a little bit of caffeine. My bottle lasts a long time because I only take half a scoop. But if you're a big boy and you take 1 or 2 scoops, those servings, the bottle is about 30 servings. So if you take 1 scoop, literally in 30 days, in 1 month, you've already spent $35 a month. That comes out to like $360 a year. That's just too much. So what you could do, if you're in a crunch, get a cup of coffee. But sometimes I know it takes time to make coffee and you don't have access to it. So you could take caffeine pills. Just make sure you read the label and don't rely on it too much. Don't be popping multiple ones. But caffeine pills, I mean, you could just go on Amazon or whatever, any website, go on the internet, get some caffeine pills, and that'll give you a little bit of kick. Now, the caffeine pills doesn't give you the taurine and the beta-alanine and some other things, but unless you're really hardcore workout, the caffeine, it should be enough to get you through a tough workout. I won't take it all the time because your body can develop tolerance to it, but it's something to consider. The multivitamin, I'm still I'm not a multivitamin expert, so I'm going to be the first person to state that and admit that until I do further research. But just a multivitamin that has your basic vitamins A, B, C, D, zinc, copper, magnesium. You want to just cover to fill in the gaps of your diet. You could just get a multivitamin, and then the creatine. There are some cheap creatines out there. Now, you could get creatine from meat, especially like lean steak, but being that this video is about trying to save dollars, eating tons of meat just to get the creatine, you're actually probably better off buying the creatine monohydrate. I would just buy the creatine monohydrate, 100% pure creatine monohydrate. That is what you want to get. If you want to get the micronized, that could be a little bit cheaper, but as long as it says 100%, and it says to take I think it's 1 scoop, which is of, I don't have the bottle with me, about 5 grams. You could get away with 3 to 5 grams. You go with 3 grams, it'll last you a very long time. But I think the biggest financial dent in your wallet is probably the pre-workouts and the protein powders. If you with the protein powder, you could take a scoop, but just do it like after your workouts. Don't be taking it all day, because you should be getting the majority of your protein intake from real food, and it's not that hard. 1 chicken breast, boom, 40-50 grams. Fish in the nighttime, you're good to go. Just take it if you're on the go, and that should last you a long time. It won't put a financial dent in your wallet. Like I said, the pre-workouts, you can just get caffeine pills, take a multivitamin. The creatine is optional if you're not really into short bursts of energy type of workouts like weightlifting. You probably don't even need the creatine. So right there, you don't save that much. So for me overall, I buy like maybe a pre-workout bottle, maybe 2 a year. That's like $60 a year. And then the protein powder, by I don't have the exact numbers, but it lasts me a very, very long time. And I actually try to buy the bigger quantities, because if you buy a bigger quantity, you can get more bang for your buck instead of buying the smaller version. But I understand people's have different financial needs or financial situation. But if you can buy like a 5 or a 10 pounder, I used to buy those Gold Standard weight 10-pound bags. If you a lot of times on Amazon, it will tell you how much you get per unit per ounce, and it's usually a better deal, just like with like toilet paper and stuff like that. So that's my time. Thanks for watching. Supplements shouldn't be at all end, or it shouldn't be the all end solution, but it can help you. Just don't make sure not to be stupid and spend too much of your hard-earned money on it. That's my time. Thanks for watching. Bye.